Hello, I'm McKay from Medics4RareDiseases, and I'm here with participants from the Student Voice Prize 2019. So you answered the question. I'll read it because it's quite a long one. Yeah. Many people living with a rare disease experience a long and arduous journey to a diagnosis known as the Diagnostic Odyssey. It involves seeing many different doctors and receiving misdiagnoses. Explore how current methods of medical education may contribute to this and what changes could be made to improve the experience of those living with rare disease. So what drew you to that question?
The fact that it was quite specific to my experience as a medical student, and seeing as from the outset I didn't know an incredible amount about rare diseases already, I knew I could kind of approach that one and at least offer something, halfway meaningful.
Your perspective,
yeah.
you could bring your perspective to it. Okay.
Yeah. And that was something I knew about.
That's good.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to hear. That's why it's called the student voice. Yeah. So thank you. And had you heard of this phrase, the Diagnostic Odyssey, before?
Not before, no. This was the first time.
Okay.
So I had to do some Googling.
Did you? And what did you find?
A whole lot of patient groups, a bunch of essays actually, and a Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
So that was where I kind of stopped. But it was really interesting doing the research for this essay and just finding out and as we just said in the conference now, just how much impact patient action groups can have.
Yeah.
And what we heard, it's really been kind of groundbreaking, their sort of collaboration with pharmaceutical companies and what they've been able to achieve.
So did you enjoy preparing and writing and submitting the essay?
Yeah, it was like I mentioned, an extremely educational process. It's not something. Obviously, that was the point of the actual essay itself. It's not taught, but through doing it, I was able to find out a lot more about this whole area.
Yeah.
And it's definitely something I'd encourage people to go into if it's something they're interested in. And there are so many of these essay prizes out there run by the different royal colleges and societies. So it's about trying to find something you're interested in, which you can kind of deepen your knowledge of, and at the same time, kind of bolster your academic CV.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's not very hard work at all, and if you find the right thing to talk about, it can be really fun.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I think that's quite important, is that you have to tick these boxes for your portfolio. You have to develop your portfolio. So what we're offering is a chance to do that and learn about something new that will be relevant to your career, because you're not going to be a doctor who doesn't see someone with a rare disease, right?
Yeah.
Because there's 3.5 million people in the UK living with a rare disease. So,
yeah, absolutely.
If you're not seeing people with rare diseases, it's not because they're not there.
And it's more important now than ever, actually, because waiting times to secondary care are increasing so much. You don't want to be kind of the doctor that in primary care, which is obviously the reason I talk about primary care, is because that's where most medical students go statistically.
Yes.
You don't want to be the GP that refers people straight away, because that can lead to just much longer, protracted suffering, I suppose.
Yes.
The more you know about this field, the more you can help them, and that's really what being a doctor is all about.
Great. Well, thank you for entering, Mohammed. Thank you for this interview.
Yeah.
And try and stay in touch with the rare disease community, because there's loads more opportunities out there.
Yeah. No, thank you for running this. It's been amazing to learn about. As an genuinely have found this morning really fascinating.
That's great.
Yeah,
I'm really pleased.